This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today this intro is short and sweet. I'm really enjoying this deck. I love just about everything about it, and you have probably already seen the video playing this deck for the high-ranked mythic thing last time, but I'm still having fun with it. So Agent hasn't been banned yet at the time I'm recording this. This is probably going to be a special video for the special people, the Ultimate Cool Kids Club. So we're just going to see if we can rank up a diamond, and that is the plan. Pretty short and sweet. I really enjoy this deck. I don't want to change too much. I added another Agonizing Remorse and 2 more Disfigures to counteract the aggro that is pretty prevalent on ladder. And otherwise, this is exactly the way I want to play Magic, so that's what we're going to do. So let's dive in. No outro this time because, like I said, no matter what happens, I'm not going to have a lot to add. If you want to watch the whole video on this deck, make sure you go check that out for all the notes I have. But really, I'm just going to play, and we're going to have some fun. So dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Thank you to everybody who supports me with a Twitch sub or a Patreon dollar or a YouTube membership. You guys are amazing. Let's see you in the games. This hand is against Yorion, doesn't have any hate cards, so we're going to mulligan it. And we'll keep this one because it has discard effects, and hopefully the temple will help us find what we're looking for. The disfigure can go away because it's Yorion. If it turns out to be Yorion elementals, I might feel bad, but let's be honest, it's Luca. Omen can go to the bottom since we don't have a blue source yet. We're going to need to rip one. Okay, we ripped one. Let's see what's going on over here. And yep, same stuff. So Elspeth Conquers Death is annoying. Omen of the Sea is pretty good. Shark Typhoon. This looks like blue-white control. Teferi, obviously a very powerful card as well, but I don't know how we beat an Elspeth Conquers Death. One could also say we just take the Omen and hope they can't fix their draw. So I guess the way that we defeat Elspeth Conquers Death is with patience. We just wait until we can strip it from their hand as well.
That didn't go according to plan.
We do have a lot more hand disruption cards. Ta-da. All right, let's deploy the disinformation campaign and just keep working on their hand, picking it to pieces. The opponent will play the Omen. They're going to try to find a Narset or a Teferi. If they keep one on top, it's probably one of those two. I suppose it could also be a counter spell if they're afraid of what I might do. All right. Charming Prince is here. Now we're really looking for Thought Erasures. The opponent drops off a land. And they say go. We could go for the Archon and see if the opponent counters it, but they might let it stick because they have an Elspeth Conquers Death. Then the next turn we might go for Agonizing Remorse. Then what do? They counter the Remorse and then they still stick the Elspeth Conquers Death. That's not good. So I think we just fire this off. Huh. Make a baby shark and let me see one more card. They have no land, they have Omen of the Sun, they have fires, they have Luca. Well, this game will spiral really quickly if they get the red mana and they hit the fires. But the Luca, of course, is access to the agents, and exiling it means Elspeth Conquers Death can't get it back. Alright, say goodbye.
This is not the end of my revenge.
Scry 2, dig for more hand hate. Definitely don't need these lands. And no land for the opponent, possibly. That's wonderful. The Fairy. Well, it can take care of the shark. I think we want to get the Yorion thing going before the opponent can get back on their feet with Elspeth Conquers Death. We don't want to attack. The opponent can ambush the prince. Uh-huh. Here they come. All right, exile the Yorion. And hit the opponent with another discard effect. Wear that hand down before they get to do something with it. And discard a Shatter. I don't know. Shatter can break up the loop for 4 mana. ECD requires 5. I'm not letting you get there. Interesting. Don't think they have a way to ping this for 1, but let's find out. Okay. Yorion comes back. These things go away. Draw another prince, huh? Well, if we exile this and it comes back at the beginning of the end step, then the other prince can exile it. Yep, that's going to happen anyway. Still, I think we play both. I think we play the Archon, because Disinformation Campaign will get it a card. I think we play the prince. Now we just try to scry to more juice. Those aren't very good. Hit him for 4. Smash. Get back toys. Exile another. That would be the Yorion. Trigger the Archon. Make the opponent discard something with the campaign. This is going to be a painful choice. And they give up the Elspeth Conqueror's Death and keep the fires. Oh my. Oh my. And they draw a fires. No, that's what they kept. Okay, but then they don't have anything to play with it. What are they doing? They're maniacs. Two Teferis. All right. Easy bounce. Oath of Kaya? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, their traction was halted. I like this hand. Has plenty of enchantment love. We're up against non-Yorions, so it's probably an aggro deck, which Oath and Omen and Prince are just ready to spar with. So our plan is to go get an island right away, and then just curve out and wreck the opponent. Ooh, it's an island? I wonder if that means I should play Omen. Yeah, let's dig with Omen for some hand hate to figure out what's going on. Maybe it's a flash deck. It is a flash deck. Teferi's pretty good. Oath of Kaya might be good, but I'm worried I won't hit land, so I'm just taking the Teferi. We already have one of those, and these might get countered. Left, right, and center. I think next turn we try to resolve the Oath of Kaya. There's definitely a chance the opponent has a mystical dispute. And having this down, if we do resolve a Teferi, makes it harder to attack. Alright, looks like a flash game. How do we want to play it? I think I can resolve Omen of the Sun on the opponent's turn and work on setting up the Teferi rather than running it into counter magic. This figure might be good against them, but I'm probably not drawing a land if I keep this. I guess it plays well enough in my curve. Yeah, we could disfigure and Teferi. Maybe the opponent will try to protect their creature. So let's pass, and our plan is to play Omen of the Sun. And go for a Brazen Borrower, huh? That's a good disfigure target. Too bad I can't block the Brazen Borrower with the Omen. All right. Let's throw the tokens at the opponent. We're trying to get them to flinch. Do something. All right. Well, this is all our black mana. Let's see if they counter this. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It's a Frilled Mystic that's pretty awkward, but no, they don't. Okay, so I'm not going for the Teferi. I'm going to go for the Charming Prince. See if they're willing to counter that. Sure. All right, they bin a Cycle Land. That's red. Could they... I guess they could be Temur Reclamation of some kind. So I'm still not ready to run out the Teferi when it might be the best card against them. Let's see if they counter this. We still want to make them have all the answers. There's a Mystical Dispute. Good. If they only have Mystical Dispute, this will get them. And if not, then I guess we open up room for Yorion. Let's keep it coming. Let's just put all the pressure on them to counter every spell we play. Okay. Three counter spells, and they keep on top. Another Archon's fine. Frilled Mystic, yep. Annoying. I do want to see if I draw a Disfigure before I use Heartless Act on the card. Plus the tokens can block it, so it's not that bad. The opponent doesn't want to race though. Well, let's see what we draw. Omen. Try for that. I'm just going to do it right now in case we end up with land. Disinformation Campaign's pretty good. I could go for it next turn and hit my land drop, but it is a waste of the land. I don't love that. I think I hold this and try to get them to play an Ambusher and kill it. I think that's the plan. That works too. That's better than an Ambusher for them. So we'll do this on upkeep if they want to defend the shark. They do have 4 cards to my 1, which is pretty bad for us. All right, they let the shark go. Managing to 2-for-1 me out the Shark Typhoon, and they're not flooding out. It's all pretty rough. Now, do they feel like they have to counter this as well? Okay, another Mystic. Jesus. They will not stop. They can't stop and they won't stop. They are freaking Miley Cyrus in here. Yeah, they don't draw anything but spells. And apparently they're all counter spells in Shark Typhoon. See what we can find. Disfigure, Heartless Act. I mean, I guess we just keep killing their things. We let this turn pass and they resolve an Ambusher, though. It's really bad for us. But what can you do? We could run out our Yorion, but that's the last chip we hold. I should have taken the Heartless Act first, just in case. Alright, they're digging with Intervention. Ugh. They are annoying. Another dead Mystic. Yeah, I just have to keep pitching Omen so I don't run out of cards, but they now have Chemister's Insight as well. Yeah, this game's over. Look at that. Look at that grip. How obnoxious. People make fun of me for calling things obnoxious because they find me obnoxious. I think that's really childish. I can find things obnoxious too. They're no better when they point out that I annoy them for some reason. They're no better. They just are pointing it out themselves. It's kind of funny. Oh my god, where have you been all my life? I was starting to wonder. I should have drawn the remorse first so that the surveil mattered. Oh well. Endless Mystics. Every single lizard wizard in the deck is coming to play. Fingering the Insight? Okay, they do run Ambusher. I'm starting to wonder. Yep. Wow. What a deck. What a deck. Full on Blue Mage. Well, last time I read this as a potential aggro deck, I got Simic flashed. I'm gonna keep. We'll see what happens. And let's get the Black Source. So we can go right after their hand on turn 2 or have a Heartless Act if we need it. And we'll see what they play. Okay. Diamond Milieu. Cool. And they keep 2 on top. They're going to play Drowned Secrets. I guess I better remorse them right away. They have Drown in the Lock. They have Thought Erasure. This counter spell is going to be obnoxious. If they take something out of this hand, I don't really care. And they kept something on top. Alright, you can go. Somebody's living the dream, though. Overwhelmed Apprentice Control. Like, nothing here is particularly great against them. None of it really matters. And they take one of the Omens. Shrug. Alright, I guess we might as well get our first Omen ready to roll. We know that we would lose a good scry to the top to the Overwhelmed Apprentice anyway. Ah, that campaign though would have been fun. So how do you think they win games? Do you think they play Vantress Gargoyle? That stick. They might have another Drown in the Lock already. Well, I don't want to get beaten to death by Overwhelmed Apprentice. I guess we can play this in Scry, if it resolves. Is frustrating against a mill deck. But yeah, both of these are good. We'll see what we'll see if I get to keep them. That's the frustrating thing about Charming Prince Scries, and it's why I gain the life usually, but here I don't think it's going to matter. Oh, what would we play green for? Somebody knows the answer. I do not. What would we play green for? Some of you self-milling psychopaths absolutely know this. Maybe it's the Lich? That sounds crazy. It's not the frickin' Lich. Let's see if we can get our opponent to budge. Alright, we're gonna play this Archon. See what they do about it. Cool. Well, we got it out of their hand. Maybe next turn we can start the loop. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to go for the loop when they're holding up mana like they drew another counter spell. Well, rather than give up our mana, let's see if this Omen finds us something good. If they counter this, I'm pretty happy. But another hand removal would be nice. Another agonizing remorse, another discard effect. But nope, there will be none of that. Cycle that Triome, sure. I pronounced thee boring. Do I want to just kill this and beat them down? Then I do want them to go for the ritual set. Although they might have an ambusher. Maybe that's what green is for. That and Frilled Mystic, right? But they would have shocked that in. So they don't have it now. Yeah. Let's be aggressive. They have counter magic. We need to force them. We need to force action. I also have the sweeper that I want them to tap out for. Again, I'll try to dig up some kind of a hand hate card. Wow. Okay. The deck has spoken. Land it is. There's 5 land in a row. Okay, they go in for the ritual. They leave up Drown in the Lock mana. How convenient. Let's kick one of these and see if we can find something. Why are they always... This is the second game in a row this has happened. You dig your way through the flood, then you find these. But at least it's not too late this time. It's not too late. Yep, they drew 3rd Drown in the Lock. Let's get some value. Oath of Kaya? I don't know if that's good, but what are they at? They're at 9? And we attack for 6? It's potentially lethal. Tamio. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. They didn't get back a Drown in the Lock? What are they looking for? Come on now. Uro and Titan's Nest? Alright, it's a brew. You get brew points from me. A lot of removal. No companion. I think I keep it. Opponent giving me mono green vibes. But these are the type of hands where things can go very wrong. When it turns out to be another Simic Flash gamer, I'm just traumatized by that game. I just never got to do anything. They countered everything I played. Oh! Well, there you have it. There you frickin' have it, folks. The almighty Brushwag, get out. Get right out of here. What the heck? Okay, the Henge Hammer. Get right out of here with that too. I'm doing this at sorcery speed because obviously I don't know what's going on with their deck, and they may have some kind of pump spells to use at instant speed to counter my Disfigure. So this is pretty much an acknowledgement that I don't know what's going on. Gross. So remove a +1/+1 counter for hexproof. Very gross. Let's play the campaign and see what happens. At 3/3 might become annoying. We can Heartless Act to remove the counter, but then what are we going to do? To Fairy Bounce it? They have Rabid Bite. They discard it. So Archon can come down and spar with this troll. All right, what you got? Questing Beast, of course. Yeah, at least they know what's good in mono green, you know what I mean? They know what's good. All right, so we can play the Yorion, cycle the campaign, reset the Archon after it attacks for 3 life. We can also play Teferi, bounce the Troll, and Heartless Act the Beast. That's pretty darn good. That's really good. Let's thin the deck a bit first.
Sorry I'm late.
Bye-bye, Troll.
That's more like it.
Attack with Archon. And we hold the Heartless Act until we're in combat. That's because they could have a second Questing Beast. Oh, that makes it even better. That makes it even better. That's so savage. All right. So this is the Yorion turn.
Might be a bad idea.
Easy scry there. Attack first with the Archon. Then we can blink it to reset it so that it can block as well.
It's only a matter of time.
So get those back. The Constellation should trigger from the Archon as well, so we get a Pegasus token as well as draining our opponent's hand. Or mono green.
I am not going to sit this one out.
Shifting Ceratops. Got him. Got him. That's sad. Not gonna lie. All right, so they're attacking. Well, they can't have a trick, right? Yeah, you don't get a trick. You don't get any tricks because of Teferi. Mm-hmm. Oh, Teferi claims another victim. Oh, gross. No companion. On the play. Think we can keep it. Just a little bit of interaction. A little bit of interaction and some disinformation campaign. What a beautiful card. The Goose. Okay, it's Winota. Well, Heartless Act doesn't work if they Neoform out the Winota, which is, I've got to tell you, it's a tilt. Let's go ahead and disfigure this Goose. Just try to keep the non-humans off the board for a minute. Ugh. Well, they can't Neoform that into a Winota. And they keep Legion Warboss. All right, well, now we know we have to kill the Legion Warboss next turn. Thank you for letting me know. I might have made the mistake of playing a disinformation campaign. All right, full control. Destroy target creature with no counters. Body Erasure. Lovely. I guess we want to do this first, and we need... Well, crap. I can't do... Oh, I just need 2 blue. All right. Yeah, I can go get a blue here. So, do we want to... We might want to Omen first. Make sure that our Thought Erasure Surveil helps us. I mean, I know what I need. I need more instant speed removal. Don't think I need a Pegasus. All right. Which card will I take? Let's grab the War Boss. Oath of Kaya that can clean up the last critter sitting out there. Does it really fit with what we want to do next turn? I guess. I mean, if I spend next turn Oath of Kaya-ing their only creature that can proc Winota, that's fine. Yep, send a message, buddy. Alright, no creatures that pump the Wynota out here, so if they play one, we can ECD it. No harm done. They're going to work on getting to Agent of Treachery mana. Disinformation Campaign makes that harder. And Yorion can probably take over before they can do it. Another Remorse, huh? Let's hit him with this first. Demoralize them, and then tear them to pieces. They discard an agent. All right, show me what... You must have more agent. Yep. 2 agents down. Oh yeah, Baconatrix. Nice card. It's a good card you got there. It's a good card. Go ahead, play another one. I dare ya. If we draw a land... Well, actually we might... Maybe we just omen into... Maybe we omen into untapped land to make our Yorion even better. Never mind. No need. Archon and Teferi. Pretty excellent. Definitely some cards I can draw here. Let's reset the Elspeth Conqueror's Death. It wouldn't get anything back next turn. So if we keep it around, it might just torture the opponent. Good game. Oh, can't select here. Why not? All these are good. What you got? Honk honk. Honk honk. Dude. Gotta let him have it. Alright. So this is also a bit of a Yorion loop if you don't have Charming Prince.
Right on skin.
We can attack first. Well, when you say good game but play it out, I don't know if you meant it. It's usually a thing you say when you concede. Typically after you concede, but that's not an option in MTG Arena.
Not making this up as I go.
Yep, eat that food. Don't miss out on a bite. Have more fun. I mean, I can do this for a while. I'm into it.
You show remorse.
Cook your
I'll
goose.
show restraint.
Those look fun. Those look lots of fun to me. Oh, are you gonna be one of those? Are you gonna go to Rope Town? Nope. We're just picking our Bone Crusher target. All right, so no blinkies. I guess we go find a Charming Prince. Here, Charming Prince. Here, Charming Prince. There we go. Alright, again, we can attack first. Plus the system, aka Teferi. Exile the Yorion. Why not? Increase the torture. I'm okay with this.
That's how it's meant to happen.
I mean, Wynota is very evil. Valerios Enraptured, huh? And the Giant. Alright. We call those targets.
Let's slow this down.
You can go. And you can go. And let's loop it up. I guess if it's not a land, it's in my hand. That's the way this feels. If it's not a land, it's in my hand. New CGB philosophy. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But they've got this stupid little token in my way. I probably can't kill them then. But I'll try. I could have kept the Yorion and just attacked them with it, but why? But why? Alright, and we're out of mana to do this fun. Let's do it again. No mercy. I mean, you said that before. Maybe they're playing it out for the YouTube fame and fortune. They'll be disappointed. Unless they're a patron. They shocked themselves. Nicely done.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Oh yeah. Bring me the princes. 1, 2 princes. 3, 4 princes. Why the heck not? And zap. New diamond. Hype. Alright. Versus Yorion, this hand is meh. It doesn't have any discard effects, but if I mulligan it and go to 6, then I might miss land drops and things get bad. I think I'd try to keep this, and we go tap land, Teferi, Archon, and try to pressure them. It's pretty ugly, though. Pretty ugly. That is not what I'm looking for. Okay, that's good. So we don't have to do this on turn 2. Not that we have a lot of other uses for turn 2, but just means that our curve is going to be a little better. Carlos act. See what you got for Teferi. Not a mystical dispute.
I know my responsibility.
I really want to draw a card. I don't know what the opponent could do to get rid of this, though. So I'm just going to plus it. We'll see what they do.
Let's try this.
Is it blue-white control? Is it Luca? Their hand is certainly awkward. It's been all tap land so far. Alright, let's go get black mana, play the Archon. The opponent certainly could have... Let's think about this, actually. The opponent could have a Teferi to bounce the Archon, and then I didn't gain anything from it, and that's really bad. Whereas if I play the Omen... If I play the Omen, I have the tokens on the field.
Don't worry, I got this.
And then I can play the Yorion to get more, and loop, potentially. And then the Archon can start making 2/2s if there's a loop going on. Man, do I need some discard effect, though. Opponent with their own Teferi. This is interesting. Check out what I can do with the disfigure. Oh, the opponent doesn't target. Okay. I was going to say, if they target the 1/1, we can disfigure it and the opponent doesn't get anything for their Teferi. So they might have Shatter the Sky. That would be brutal. I could Teferi minus to loop this Omen. I definitely want to attack these.
Enough.
play this. Redraw the Omen. Okay. And the opponent does go after the Archon here, but they lose their Teferi in the process. They might have another one, which could explain it. I don't know. Should I have made that play? I don't know. Narset's annoying.
My prowess is unmatched by my peers.
Looks like the opponent's missing a land drop though, and they're not minusing the Narset. Okay. And they're discarding a Dream Trawler. So we can play an Archon and a Prince. Opponent might be trying to set us up for a Shatter, but they have to draw untapped white for it to be any good.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
I feel like I want to get the Omen and the Prince down and threaten the opponent. If they don't shatter the sky, I go looping.
Fury will only lead you astray.
I really want some hand hate, but Oath of Kaya isn't bad. I have a land for next turn already. Actually, I don't. It's for this turn. We will shock it. The idea here is we can do the disfigure trick if they play another Teferi. Well, they're constrained on mana, and they're getting pretty hosed by a Teferi Time Raveler on the battlefield. What made them keep this hand? It was 3 tapped lands. Teferi? I mean, is that enough? Brazen Borrower. Let's flash this in before we lose our Teferi protection. I guess they could have a veto.
Meditate and prepare.
If they have a veto, it's a great time to get a Yorion going. Alright, another Narset. They could have an Essence Capture. They could also have Mystical Dispute. Both are pretty bad for me. What to do? Well, they can't shatter without tapping out, so I think we just want to play an Archon, to be honest. Wait for hand disruption or enough mana to double spell our opponent.
This was overwhelming.
Yep, Archon arrives. Cycle the Neutralize, okay. Like, there's no way they're going to get to hold mana up for counter spells for most of this game now. And if they ever really let the shields down, we just replay a Teferi. It's so bad for them. We can just force them to Wrath. And then resolve a Teferi and rebuild with Yorion. It's really mean. Alright, another Borrower. It's fine. Okay, that resolves. Do we play the Oath? We could go for Oath here. The opponent would counter it. I guess it keeps them from using their mana in other ways. But why would I play directly into a counter if I don't have to? I'll just say go. The Oath could certainly turn out lethal if these 1/1s hit the opponent again. Alright, cycle Shark Typhoon for nothing. Well, a card is not nothing, but you know what I mean. Well, they caught up in mana. Maybe not quite, we're still up by 1. Touching all the permanents that will try to attack them to death. And here's Shatter. Campaign. Oh, we can't Teferi plus Yorion. But we can get a campaign down before Narset comes down. We can go for the Archon first. Alright, that resolved nice and easy. They must have veto. This really isn't a threat with a Narset on the table, so we should play it now. Yep. There's a veto. Teferi returns.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. This might be a bad idea.
They miss the land drop. They hold up mana, despite having the Narset. Let's go for the Archon. They can't really afford to counter it. Let's go for the Oath. Yep.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Very super obnoxious here because we can't kill the borrowers. So, now Teferi can smoke screen for Yorion. Let's attack first. See if the opponent wants to try to ambush this. But they're not tapping out. They could go for double borrow or double block, which would be guaranteed to kill the Archon. Okay. They've made their choice. The fairy's on the board, so what do you think? They have Elspeth Conquers Death? I would guess that's true. Let's draw a card.
I've got
Play you.
this is hard.
Reset those.
Feet.
Get those tokens.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. No, I am not making this up as I go.
Take out Yorion? Sure. But how do we get back out of this? I thought we were in a good position, and now it's not looking good, is it? Could have used this many times, and now it might be too late. Alright, the Narset can go. We have to defend the Teferi, which we can't really do, right? Because they have Yorion. So we just have to force them to deal with the Archon, I guess?
Here we go.
So we make a board. And we keep this from bouncing anything.
I'm getting too old for this.
Now Yorion comes down. It's gonna hurt, but we can kill it. Then the next turn, well, they blink the Elspeth Conquers Death, so we have 2 turns till it comes back.
Let's try this.
And we have pressure on the board. Will they have enough mana to absorb as well? We will find out. Should probably upkeep stop, try to draw some gas. Although, actually with an Elspeth Conqueror's Death tax on, that's not a good play.
This is hardly
Last Yorion always wins these matchups. Always. And they did have the mana available for the to hold up absorb as well. That's brutal. That is absolutely brutal.
We will meet again.
Second Heartless Act, okay. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. Right there. The opponent can absorb. We do it again. You turn clock, but there is a Teferi, right, that can minus God, this is obnoxious. Right?
Hey, that was uncalled for.
Another Elspeth Conquers Death Tax.
Here goes nothing.
But I think I have enough mana that I go for this. Agonizing Remorse and Omen of the Sea. It just gives them something to absorb. But we'll hang on to it. What are they going to get back? They're going to get back the Yorion. Down to 2. Oh, they get the Dream Trawler. Okay. That's a frustrating one too.
I'll protect you.
The focused and disciplined.
This has been an infuriating game. Oh man. I think I played badly, to be honest. I think I thought I had them when they were mana constrained and I could slow roll the Teferi. Obviously they had a million counter spells and maybe it wouldn't have mattered. But I'm sure I missed an opportunity to apply more pressure somewhere in that game. And I think it cost me.